Fuck, that's a really bad spot to get it on. Yeah, that was fine. Yeah, what up? So I might have debated you people about my league starter. As you can see, this is not ED, and as you noticed before I started talking that we got the Awakener and we ended up being what rank 6 on it. I actually was on pace for rank 4, but I just decided to go sleep and get some more gear for this character before I do the fight. And I also got the first Elder kill, so I ended up getting like $1,500 from that, so that went pretty well. And yeah, so the build is Cold Snap and Vortex. Most of the clear is from Cold Snap, so we cast the Cold Snap, and then when mobs die, like run into it, they die, and we get where are you, Cold Snap? There. We get frenzy charges from that, and when monsters die, like they have 25% chance to get a frenzy charge when they down it, and when we have frenzy charges, we can cast. I can actually just toss a random map in there quick. Bit of a showcase. This is just a random Awakener level 8 crystal over here. Show the playstyle a bit. It's actually a fairly fast build to map with, especially if you use wall Cold Snap properly. Let's not try to die there, okay? Good. Also, I have a wrong fielder right now. Change that up a bit. There we go. Did the guy die? No, it's still there. Okay, good. First map of the day, so I didn't wanna rush there and die. So most of the time I did actually play with shield charge, but this is how you should play it. So you basically just Cold Snap. Ideally, you wouldn't have Vortex on the left click, but it's my lazy way, so I don't need to worry about it. So I just basically shield charge, Cold Snap, occasionally throw in a Frost Bomb to get Arcane Surge or stuff like that. And so we get actually really good clear speed on this. I somehow kept up with the XP during the start of the league against the Chaos Slingers, which I was actually very surprised myself, especially for the start, because the Chaos Slinger is so ridiculously fast. So that was definitely a positive surprise. I didn't expect to be doing that well. Yep. And this build, the reason I actually did this build is just the defenses. So early on, this build is much easier to do the Atlas progression in compared to the Life ED, because we'll explain the defense a bit. And this patch actually buffed this build. I also buffed the ED, I guess, defensively, and that is because of the Frost Shield. But I'd say it's even better for this build than for the ED. So the Frost Shield is it's just this big ass AoE Frost Shield that when you are inside it, it takes the portion of the damage that you receive, depending excuse me, where the monster is when it deals damage to you. So if it's inside the bubble with you, 20% of the damage goes to the shield first from the damage that you actually take. So if you avoid taking damage at all, say you have like true block like I do, so it is very good. So it doesn't take damage even if you don't take damage. You have to take damage in order for it to actually lose any of it. And at the bottom say you lose 730 energy slips per second, sorry. So I have no regen on this build, so we can look. So we're 8.5k ES, and we are at 7.8 after. So we lose like what, It's roughly that 700 is, right? Pretty close. So that ES that we lose is then gained on the Frost Shield as stages. So it has up to 4 stages, and each stage gives it 910 life. So by sacrificing 700-ish ES, we get a shield with 3.6 gain. And if you're outside, like if the damage that deals from the outside, it takes 60% of the damage. So if we're doing, as you saw on the Awakener clip, I'll include the full Awakener fight, the full Awakener 8 fight with my crappy gear during that time. Also POBs for how I leveled this build as a life build, and the planned 3 for the initial respec, and then the plat 3 for how it is right now. And there's even more variations of this. But I just kind of get back into playing the game again instead of doing the guide. So I'm not going to include the cluster tool setups, but shortly, quickly, you want to get 2 Thread of Hopes. You want 1 small for here, so you can take face acrobatics. And then you want, I believe it's very large or large here to get all of this good shit. And it also gives you utmost intellect, if I believe correctly. And you get to get, I believe, Snow Forged as well. So, I played this build actually originally as a double 5-link. Where is my Wintertide? I have it somewhere here. And that was, I got a lot of questions about that. But yeah, so originally, I mean, well, I played this a double 4-link, and then when I got a 5-link, sorry, double 3-link at the beginning, and then when I got a 5-link, I played this a double 4-link. So I have the vortex on the left click just for the sake of convenience, and then I had right click for my cold snap, and then I had a Wintertide here, and the Wintertide was only used to get some extra damage on single target, and then occasionally, like when you do something like Breach or Blight, it's nice to toss them in there. But yeah, so we have Vortex, Elemental Focus, Control Destruction, Efficacy, Hypothermia, and then the last link would be Swift Selection. And you might think, well, why are you using Elemental Focus? You can chill. Well, so the hit of my Vortex can't chill, that is correct. The AoE itself can still. And it doesn't matter because, like, that literally does not like matter, because Cold Snap is with what we use to chill. Because Cold Snap has chill effect per level. So at level 20, you get 19% chill effect. Then we add in Bone Chill, that gives another 44%. And then Hypothermia even further gives you chill effect. And Cold Snap is basically our shock. And it's just also our clear. And eventually you would want to 6-link it as well. I mean, eventually the first step would probably getting a Delirium Gloves. So you have a 5-link, and then ideally endgame you run a Shaper Helmet with a Hypothermia on it with Horror Essence. So you would have a double 6-link at the endgame. So this is like the budget of the budget. Well, minus having a 6-link, but you don't really need the 6-link. Like my Vortex goes from 120k to 170, but that's before EE, that's before Frostbite, that's before the EE, I'm sorry, the Frost Bomb as well. So we get a lot of, this build has a lot of like hidden DPS. Also, the BOP here that we have is literally not even using a 6-link. So yeah. And I believe that was also level 20 gem and not 21, yeah. So the damage on this build is actually pretty decent. Especially if you're doing the double 5-link setup. The double 5-link, if I remember correctly, is like 40% more compared to just having a 6-link. But it requires you to use another button, which eventually you have enough damage that you don't have to care about it. I'm kinda in the spot right now where I don't have to care about it. But early on, when you have absolute trash gear, well, I actually have absolute trash gear. So my weapon is literally just... Yeah, this is just bad. I have no damage on gloves, no delirium, no damage, no damage, no damage, no damage, no damage. So none of my gear actually gives me damage. And I'm missing Glassy Jewels. Eventually you can run a Glassy Jewel here, and you can run a Glassy Jewel here if you want. If I were to push this further, I would probably just put a Glassy Jewel here where you get the spell block. You get the spell block cluster. Even if you get just one spell block, the 6% one on the one of the notable, it's still really good. Like right now, our build is 42 attack block, 50% block attack damage from projectiles, and then we have 38% spell block. My shield doesn't have a spell block roll. Shaper Amulet could have spell block, and Elder Helmet could have spell block. Now, obviously, we did get Rainbow Strides, but ideally you would use a Redeemer Shaper Boots for spell dodge, because we're gonna get face acrobatics. Being a trickster just gives us 10%, so that's already 40%. You get another 10% from here, that's 50%. Quartz Flask is another 10. I do run no witnesses for elusive. That's gonna give us spell dodge while clearing, even though I don't actually use Withering Step anymore. I use the Withering Step only for the first Awakener fight, because actually I can just show you quickly. So a level 17 20 quality Withering Step gives 42% increased elusive effect. So elusive base value is 15% spell dodge. So add 42 to that, and then this cluster is 45%. So here's some quick math. 45, 42, so that's like what, 87? So we go from the base value of 15% spell dodge to 28 at the start when we are at full effect. Sorry about that, when we are at full effect. So just by using that during the Shaper fight would give us nicely. We would go from 10 to 38 at the beginning to get even more defenses. But yeah, this build is just very smooth to play with. I would absolutely recommend this to anyone, especially if you're tired of ED Contagion. Even though I think ED Contagion is a better build. It's easier to scale the damage when you build the character well enough that you can face tank most content. And I will be, in fact, I started leveling ED just before I ended my stream, and I crafted a nice wand here. This is an item level 12 card wand, and we just did aberrant fossils on this to hit the +1 and the chaos of multi. So this is basically an end game pepper, except I have a little cool thing, a little cool trick. So the next video is probably gonna have a better base wand, but not this. And that trick is not even included in the one crafting video I made. It should be up somewhere there right now in the top right corner. It's very, very good video to, if you want to learn how to make like wands like this. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it. I'll slap in the full Awakener fight at the end. I was pretty nervous. I misplayed a lot during the fight. And I was pretty tired because the first stream was like 36 hours. Then I slept like 7 hours, and then I did the Awakener like 8 hours in the next stream. So I was very tired during the fight, so I did a lot of mistakes. But yeah, I'll see you soon. By the way, I haven't done any of the league mechanics yet, so I don't know anything about it. But that's gonna change soon, too. Finally, after like 15 hours of stalling, of having the fight ready, we can finally go and die to it, I think. Isn't that exciting?
Learn anything new, Exile? Oh, go on.
So that's 36 spell dodge at the start of the withering step.
Glad you made it back. Need a map?
Let's get the kill number 6, shall we?
Did you really think this would work?
Should have restarted the game.
Don't do anything hasty.
Destroying you is as easy as flicking a test.
Don't force dodge attacks. I'm pretty sure if we do this, and then Steep Knight Jade, we can tank it. This bubble here is 3.6k.
Burn to the ground. Perhaps the suffering of my fellow citizens will finally stir.
As long as, and when he's outside of the bubble, it's 60% of the damage dealt goes to that first. So out of 10k damage done, this goes away entirely, and then I lose like what, 6k, 6.4k, assuming oh yeah, and that's after. Dude, I'm pretty sure if we do this, even without flasks, we can face tank the die beam. But I obviously would want to flask because we forgot one thing. Pantheon. Oh yeah, apparently being on your hideout is not hideout.
What's this? A real challenge. You've finally caught my attention. Die. Die.
See DPS, it's fine. I probably forgot to actually use my freaking vortex half the time.
Die.
I like how slow he is. Oh yeah, I should totally keep up that shit. That's an arcane surge.
Die.
He's so slow, dude. He's so goddamn slow.
The others found strength in their projections. They became reliant on them. I am not so. Die. Silent.
That was a nice timing.
Die. Die. Just need a map.
Can I just stand on this? I guess. The sound cue for that came like 2 seconds too late. That was a misclick. Wait, sir, you were supposed to face. I feel like the chill does something to his rotation. Under the hut here.
Like, really interesting enough to warrant all this pain.
Whoa. I did not see that. I did not pay attention. At all. What was happening? I'm glad that doesn't exist in the last phase. I'm pretty sure I can face tank the die beam, especially if I'm inside the frost bubble and he's outside of it. Frost shield is 3.6k life, and it takes 60%. So if he does, let's say he does 10k from the die beam, like with the die beam, assuming every single of the beams actually hits me too, that's only like 6.4 that goes to me, and that's before my 68 block. I also have like over 30 spell dodge when I Withering Step.
Just need a moment to catch my breath.
He hit me a bit. Holy shit. Yo, I'm actually death. I didn't hear it. I actually didn't hear it and he corrupted and blood me. Holy shit. That was like an omega misplay.
Welcome.
I'm glad I flasked there at the end though. I actually didn't hear the die until it was already hitting me. Holy fuck. Yeah, let's put that up. Okay, it's pretty much in the middle. Okay.
Feel the thrill of the force.
I had flask up, so that was fine. I might need to log for flasks at some point. If I always flask on the die. Which I should do, I think. If I know that I can't dodge the die beam, I should always flask.
Feel the thrill of the void.
I'm really bad at keeping my cold snap up. It looks... Also, we don't have corridors. I don't like this. I would take that damage. Wait, where is he? There. I would like to do the fight with the corridors. It's like free damage. Fuck, that's a really bad spot to get it on. Yeah, that was fine. I'm on the wrong side. That's fine though.
Feel the thrill of the void. Everlasting fire. You will love.
Wait, there's some invisible damage there. I was taking damage without seeing where it was coming from. And I had no dots on me. I didn't see the dot thing. I'm pretty sure I was out of the dot. That's so weird. It's actually so weird. Okay, so we're just gonna flask up and run.
Everlasting fire. You will long for non-existence.
Okay.
Everlasting fire. You will long for non-existence.
Okay. I played this fight pretty badly. It was like one really big mistake.
Everlasting fire.
It's like one Omega misplay at the start. Otherwise, it was. I'm pretty sure. I think I face tanked the die beam with just frost shield and then 2 flasks up. I think. Well, most of it, but I think I could actually just face tank it every single time. I just kind of didn't want to take the risk, but like this shit is 3.6k. On top of that, I have 38 spell block. then even without flasks, I have like 9k evasion. Yeah, I got 750 from that, so I got a total of 1500 now. Yeah. I would have done so much more damage if I kept Wintertide Brand.